Hello, everybody. I hope y'all are staying warm. It's so cold. I told Mother, I said, I don't know if we can take this or not. We do every year, but sometimes it just feels more bitter cold uh, to your bones, I guess you'd say. And I've even got a sweater on. I hardly ever wear a sweater. But I guess it's just the initial of us getting the cold weather coming in, and we've been so blessed with not having so much cold weather that when it finally does get here, you think, oh, I'm gonna freeze my tail off. Well, we're not freezing our tail off because I've still got my tail, but I felt like I was going to. Today I had to go to Walmart this evening, and I didn't even want to drive to the country grocery store because so I thought I'll just go and battle Walmart. I always go in and I check the parking lot. This is how bad I hate being out in the public. I go through the parking lot and I see if there's very many uh, handicap parking spots or if there's very many vacant spots because I can usually tell that it won't be so busy inside the store if uh, I can find a parking spot. Well, tonight, usually on Sunday, uh, the Walmarts that I go to, they uh, seem to be less busy. Even today, they were less busy. Now, you get closer to Christmas, it'll be busy every night. Every store, not just Walmart, every store. Dollar store, Walmart, uh, all these grocery stores, because everybody's trying to get their stuff. And then we have to get our stuff because I'm not going to go up there on, let's see, Christmas will be what, Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday? Tuesday, Wednesday, and the 25th, they won't be open. I don't think Walmart, I think, is open. They're only closed on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure, but I'll have our stuff. We'll have our stuff done anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I wanted to come on tonight just very shortly and check the internet because that has been such a big fiasco with me, y'all. And it's because of my own stupidity. Uh, I don't know why I didn't pay the bill. They didn't cut it, they don't ever cut it all the way off, I guess, that I've ever, because I've always paid the bill. But when I realized and I checked that bandwidth, hi, Grandma Teresa. Uh, when I checked that bandwidth, I saw that it was really, really low. Like really low. And I thought, boy, there's something going on with my wiring again. We had this trouble uh, last year. And I thought, I can't go through this again. If this is going to be my revelation of the YouTube, then I don't think I'm just going to be able to do it because it about drove me plumb crazy last year trying to get the internet to where we wouldn't cut out or we wouldn't hang up or we wouldn't this or that. But then when I saw that the bandwidth was so low on the internet, I thought, there's a wire loose. Not just in this brain, but that's really where my screw come loose was in this brain. I've had so much going and getting those treatments, the cancer treatment, getting the varices fixed. I've paid the water bill, the gas bill, because I do it all every month. I don't have it deducted out of my account because I can't keep an eye on it. And there's too many people. They go back a year later and they've already lost hundreds of dollars because they weren't checking their bill. So it's best if you check your bill. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Hi, Sandra. Good evening. Merry Christmas, everybody. We're just trying to stay warm, I guess, all of us, uh, unless we're in Hawaii or I don't know where else. I'm not a good geographical person to at this time of year. I don't know. I guess it would be warm in Hawaii and maybe California, huh? Hi, Dee. Good to see you. It's windy and cold out. The weather is cold, Dee, and my health, I'm here. Uh, it's some better, I believe. I still get totally exhausted, but that's, it could have been it could have been it could have been worse, y'all. I could have been down there by my grandma pushing up daisies. That's what I asked my endocrinologist and my other doctor, and I said, how bad was this? Just since it's kind of, it's not over with. I said, but how bad was this the day that I passed out at home and poor little mama got the ambulance by running out in the street because she couldn't get her button to work or couldn't get her phone to work or couldn't get the phone to work. She just got so bumfuzzled. And hell, she's 93, but she got out there, stopped the car, got them on the phone, the little girl that stopped, coming down the road. Uh, they got an ambulance, but that's what I asked the doctor. And he said, well, it was 50-50. So that meant I was 50 dead and 50 alive. So I was just kind of in the middle. So I'm thankful to the good Lord for that because he knew that my little mama needs me. And she needs me to take care of her and she needs to take care of me. So Grandma Teresa said, it's only 4 degrees in Ohio, 4 degrees. Lord, I didn't know it. I mean, I guess I thought, see, I told you I'm not a geographical person. 4 degrees. Oh, my Lord. Jessica Howard says it's 4 degrees in Kentucky tonight. Boy, y'all, hell, I should go put on my bikini. That's this word in the 20s. So, Lord, it'd be like for y'all, if y'all were here, it'd be like you was out summertime at the beach. No, I didn't. That just kind of shocks me, but I should know this. I'm more intelligent than that, but I never really thought about it. For many years, I've never really thought about the weather being too cold or too hot. And I talked to Granny Pat last night. She is having trouble with her internet. So I was on the phone with my stepbrother, and she said, oh, can you talk? And I said, what's going on? What's going on? She said, oh, I've messed my iPad up totally. I have messed it up to where I don't think I'll ever get fixed. Something like that. And I said, yeah, let me get off the phone. I'm trying to help my stepbrother do some paperwork. And so I got off the telephone. And because I hadn't got a hold of my stepbrother yet, and I was calling. And then she chimed in about the same time, and I thought, well, I better help Granny Pat because she's in dire situation. We got to turn the siren on and help her because, hi, David, good to see you. So we had to get her straightened out because I figured, well, she's videotaped a show and she can't get it up. Well, she couldn't find that show on her iPad to save her neck. So I guess we were on there about maybe an hour looking for her film, her recording. We still didn't find it. Finally, she said, you just feel so bad. I said, yeah, I had my hand like this. And I said, yeah, I'm not feeling real good this evening. But I said, I don't mind helping you. I'll do it. And So I said, you text me in the morning and let me know if you have lost your show. And she didn't text me. I said, you text me if you haven't gotten it figured out, and then I'll help you in the morning. Because sometimes when she's had this same issue, it'll show up by morning. I do not know why when you do a YouTube recording, well, it really hadn't got to YouTube yet. It would be on her iPad that by the morning it shows it back up. So I don't understand it, but I don't understand a lot of it. I've learned a lot, but then, and yeah, I got a little thing. I've been on here 2 years today. That's what it said. I thought, well, I didn't know that, but I knew it was in December, but I didn't know it. I didn't know the date. I didn't know, you know, I just don't remember stuff like that. And, but I'm glad to be on here 2 years. I still have got to get a lot more followers. I don't know what I'm doing to not have new followers. I can't figure it out. I'm going to try to do newer content. I'm going to try to do newer shows. But, I'd planned that. I'd planned to do y'all new things all the time. Then the health got so bad that I just barely was getting the show out. And finally, it's coming back around. But as most of you know, I still have got to have one more, well, I don't know how many, but where they're going back into my gullet to see if those varices are better. If he said, if I do not have to bind on the EGD, if I do not have to bind any of the varices, if there's not any new ones, then you can go 6 months and maybe a year without coming to see me. And I thought, oh, that'd be a blessing, Lord, if I didn't have to go see about those things. But we will only know after he goes in there, and he's going to go in there right after my birthday in January, the day after, to see if he needs to reband. And if he don't, maybe I'll be set free from that doctor, and then I'll have to worry with the other doctors. But that's okay. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to be a doctoraholic. That's my word, doctoraholic. I have friends, I have siblings. They're literally doctoraholics, medicine-aholics. I think it's good to have your basic checkups and follow your advice and keep your blood pressure down and eat healthy food and stay away from the flu and the colds and all that if you can. Wash your hands. That's the main thing, I think. Is people just don't wash their hands enough. And I carry that hand cleaner everywhere I go because if I go to Walmart like tonight, as soon as I got in the car, they've got a little, I'll tell y'all something y'all might look for if you're a fanatic about germs, as I became. For years, I didn't even think about it. But after COVID, we all thought, we need to buckle up a little bit on this stuff. So they sell a spray bottle about this tall of 90% alcohol over in the Walmart pharmacy section. It's an Equate brand, and it's only $1 and something. And it's got a sprayer. It's alcohol. So I just spray that on mine and Mom's hands, for $1 and something. You can't beat not getting that Equate brand of that spray alcohol, because it'll kill whatever germs. I'll promise you, it'll kill your germs. Let's look. Dee says, congratulations, 2 years, Billy. You've come so far. I'm glad we all met you online. You've been a wonderful virtual friend to me. Thank you, Dee. So have you. Still got your biscuit dough mixer I never use that thing without thinking about you, Dee. Grandma Teresa says prayers. Pamela, I'm the same way. Yeah, you've got to. It's about the germs, Pam. You've got to keep that up because I think I'm having. I made tea and then I put some a little cherry in it just to be different. Make a southern cherry tea. Didn't have any fresh cherries, so I just used a cherry flavoring, and it's good. Uh, I hadn't realized that for my liver disorder, the cirrhosis, that coffee, I guess, is one of the best things you can drink for your liver and kidney. I'm thinking I read kidneys, but it may be just liver. So I've been drinking. Mother drinks one cup of coffee every day. I fix it for her, and I've got one of those. Bought it at a resale store. Really high dollar coffee pot at one time. It's by the same company that makes those glass carafes that you keep coffee in. It's in the kitchen. I can't remember the name. Y'all, my brain is not working like it used to. Uh, Not Krug. I'm not sure, but it's the same brand as that coffee that comes in those beautiful porcelain containers. It's got a brass latch on it. Keurig, y'all know what I'm talking about. But I make her a pot of coffee in that, half a pot. I don't make a whole pot. And so now I drank a cup, she drinks a cup, and then I use the grounds on these flowers. I don't know if y'all can see me, but right above my hat is the pineapple. It's sticking up right there. You can see the pineapple. I'm not sure if you can see it. You probably should be able to, but it's got that big, and it's about that big around. And then I've got 10 plants below it that are small, and I've got 2 other plants that are about like this. Since that one started growing, they just take off and they grow for me. I don't know why they make pineapples, but they do. I mean, that one's took 4 years, 3 to 4 years, 3 years maybe. But that I figured it would be just a little old tiny pineapple. It's going to be a big pineapple. I'm pretty sure, because I kept telling some of y'all, I said, "Oh, we'll make some pineapple cupcakes with it because that's all it's going to be, just small." But I'm not so sure it might make a cake and some cupcakes as large as it's getting. Grandma Trish says she drinks 2 cups every day. Yeah, I don't want to get. I've seen people that drink that and they just become spastic. I don't want to be. I don't want to be on anything that makes me gouge-eyed and nervous looking and acting. They'd think I was on drugs or something. I don't need that. Lord, I don't need that. I lived through the 80s. I remember all that stuff, y'all. It was too much. And but yeah, the flowers are doing pretty good. This is bougainvillea here. And it kind of died back. And my baby cat, the possum kitty, the one-eyed kitty. Do not know how he did it. Oh, here he is. Lord, talk about him in there. He is. Look at that. There's the one-eyed baby. And the white one's over here in the chair. You see that? You see that kitty cat? You movie star kitty. Movie star kitty. But he got up on this pot. It's got a thin edge. And I was talking to Mother, because this is where she sits in the recliner chair and does her the machine that I bought her, the elliptical little thing. she comes in here to do her exercise. And see, looky there. He's gonna get over there and break something. But he hasn't. That's Waterford. I've got that table over here that's got all that beautiful crystal. He gradually goes around through it, and he hasn't broken anything. So I just kind of let him alone. If he breaks something, I can't help it. You know, cats and dogs and grandchildren rule people's homes. So, and I'm not going to stop it. I don't want to scare him, and I've got too much anyway. If he broke a piece or two, it wouldn't be any sweat off my brow, because see, look, y'all, see exactly what he's doing. I never thought, if I'd have planned this, get down off of that. Come on, get down. You're not going to eat plants. He loves to eat them or get up in those plants. I don't know what he does it for. But he was on that edge of that big old urn. And it's got a tiny edge, but it was like he was walking on, that's at least probably just an inch wide. And it was like he was walking around that whole thing, taking one foot right in front of the other. I mean, he's a cat. What am I supposed to say? He's a cat, but he's not. I've had him since he was tiny when the possum brought him up. I don't know how he learned how to do it. I've never seen him walk on a pot before. So just one of those things, you know. I hope y'all are doing good. I'm talking too much, but I wanted to just check in with y'all and we'll see how this, how the internet's working. And then I'm going to give that Dolly Parton bowl and that pan away. The only way I can figure out to do that, this is that Basque non-stick grill pan. You know, it's got that. I have this set and I don't need any more, so that's why I said I'm going to share with y'all. It's a 10.5-inch grill pan. And I think it would be good for y'all to have. It's got the faux wood grain handle. Wobble non-stick interior, raised grill surface, and the dishwasher safe. So, David, you can't have that because it'll kill the parrots. And then I've got the Dolly Parton. I've got this one last Dolly bowl that I'm going to give y'all. I sound like I'm on a damn what do you call it? Infomercial from the 70s or 80s. So probably the way I'll do this is, see, there's 39 people on here, but not a lot of y'all are ever comment. So it's hard for me to figure out. Good, David, I just saw that. Internet's a lot better. Can't talk too much on YouTube. Plus, we enjoy it. Well, that's sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you so much, David. I'm working on a new project right now, David, with the AI stuff. Someone has told me about, and we're going to have to see how that works out. But it might get some of my book and some of my stories that I haven't recited to y'all. I might can get those to where they're making me a little money by using AI to film them, because I don't have the patience or the time right now to do it. But if I could get this put in with AI, then we'll see, you know. And the books, I'm working diligently until I got sick. I'm not going to have them done for a while because it's just, my brain doesn't work sometimes. D says contest prizes for Christmas, need to pick numbers out of a hat. Well, honey, I would do that, and some of y'all, when I first came on, I guess 2 years ago, I gave the Dolly Parton cookware away. And I don't remember if maybe some of y'all are still on here from then. I think we picked a number. But the only thing is, see if I've got 30, we'll figure this out. If I've got 38 followers right now, okay, and there's only what, about 11, 7 commenting. Well, I can't say those of you that comment. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. What did I watch? Something yesterday afternoon you made. Oh, the pinwheels, the flour, stuffed flour tortillas. I used to make them all the time, and Mother said, well, I don't remember them. I said, Mother, we had them all at our house on Christmas. It was just something that we had with ham rolled up and cream cheese, and then you slice them. You know, it was always a good thing. Kind of like the other day when I made those little chicken croissant sandwiches. It's always good to have something kind of small like that when your guests do come on Christmas or Thanksgiving, because they're hungry. The kids are hungry when they get there, and they use, you know, when I was a kid, they'd give us a roll, some of the big old homemade rolls. Mother would butter one of those so we wouldn't be so hungry, because lunch was always late at my relatives. It didn't matter. Something was always late, and we would start getting dressed at 8 o'clock in the morning to get in the car to drive to grandma's or to drive to Aunt Pitty Pat's or whoever's house. And by the time we got there, it was 12 o'clock, but they still didn't have lunch ready. That's why I just despise trying to go somewhere and have lunch on a holiday, because I'm pretty punctual. I want everything done and get it all done. Jojo, hi, Betty Jean, good to see you. Good to see you. Back to this, giving this stuff away. I guess I'll figure it out before. Let's see, next Wednesday, is that Christmas? And it's not going to cost the postage or nothing, because I've got $1 million worth of stamps that I can use. A lot of stamps. Y'all know that, some of you do. And so I'm just going to see. I was going to try to do it by internet, by not internet, y'all. I'm sorry, by email. But a lot of you don't have email. A lot of you are not on my email. A lot of you are not on the Facebook. A lot of you are just going here for live chat, and I never hear boo from you. So I guess we'll just tonight we do that. The only thing I can say is, if you want to be, that's just a good idea. If you want to be included in this, then so you can get a pan or the Dolly Parton bowl, then you comment gift. Let's just use that word. You comment gift. You don't have to be a chatter, but I've got 33 people on here. If you want to try and you're in the United States and you want one of these 2 things, then you comment gift, and I will pick. I'll take a number out of the hat and I'll count down. If I pull a 6, then I'll count down 6 gift, 6 people that's written gift, and then that's who'll get it. And then what I'll do is, what I did before was tell them to send their address to my email. So if y'all want to do that, I don't know any other way, y'all. I have no other way of doing that. So if you want, then I just send it to you. You know, it's however you want to do it. Okay, Debbie Pierce got gift. Grandma Teresa's got gift. Dee's got gift. So then what I'll do is after we get through with this, which we've already been on here 30 minutes for this, and I see how many gifts. If you don't respond gift, then I guess what I could do is y'all put your gifts in, and then I will. Jennifer Barrett, hello from Edmonton, Canada. Well, hello, Jennifer. I'm glad you could stop in and see us. I know y'all are cold up there. We're just only about 22 or 23. We're here discussing about a gift. And if you want to be in this thing for Billie Jean's gifts, you just put gift down. And then I'm about as honest as they come. And then what I'll do is I'll see how many is added gift, and then I'll put those in the pot and I'll pull out 1 and 2 and I may have. That's all I've got right now. I've got a big electric skillet I'm gonna give away, but it's gonna have to. I've got to get my ducks in order. So we'll do the gift. If you want to do this, just put gift, and then I'll decide. And because we've only got 4 right now, 4 of my main people. Okay, now something I was going to tell y'all about. I don't know if y'all ever used these. I had several, and maybe some of you know about this, many years ago, not just several. It's been a long time. I found these in I'm just going to show them. I was itching. Well, I had bought these. I had bought these years ago at everybody that is around Dallas. Tuesday mornings and everybody knows what Tuesday mornings is, or most of you do. It was started in Dallas. And we used to go down there and dig through baskets and baskets of silverware. And that's why I've got so much stuff too, because I was a faithful follower of Tuesday mornings before they ever went national or whatever. And so I bought these balls. Well, you put them in your washing machine. You don't use any soap. You don't use anything unless you want them to. And I don't like gardenia smelling flowers and stuff on my clothes, so I never put. I'll put borax and this and that. But these things, I was just going to show you. You can get these now. I just bought these. They just came in. I'll read to you what it says. It says, pre-treat clothes with stain remover when necessary. It is recommended to wash your whites and colors separate. It is not necessary to remove washing balls during rinse, spinning, or drying cycle. Washing balls can be left in the washing machine ready for the next use. That's what I do. Laundry balls can be used for 1 year on the basis of 18 pounds of laundry per day. That's a lot of dang clothes, y'all. For better efficiency, place washing balls in the sun for a few hours every month to regenerate the ceramic microbeads. That's what you heard in there. This is their claim to fame, and it works. Cleans clothes without bleach, soap, or detergent in cold water. Cheaper than detergent and bleaches. Well, yeah, it's cheaper because I have not bought Well, I've been using these again the second time around. These were left in a basket that I had up in the closet from 2005 or 6 when I moved from one house to the other. I had put those in my laundry basket with some towels. That's how I found them again. So now I've been using them for 2 months. Plus all the time I used them in the 2000s, after I bought them. But I thought they'd quit making them. So when I looked on Amazon, lo and behold, here they are. These were only like, I think you get 2 balls for $7.95 or $12.95. Now I'm going to tell y'all, these damn laundry companies are rooking us because the clothes come out good. Mother said that her clothes look whiter than, I think it's because of all the buildup of the soap and the fabric softeners and all that stuff in your clothes. I think that it stays in the filaments of the clothes. But this, once you start using these, it will clean that out. And they smell great. They don't have flour. They don't smell like all that stuff. Okay, here we go. We went to cheaper than detergents and bleaches, hyperallergenic, great for sensitive skin. I remembered that. That's why I started using them again. Eliminates mold, bacteria, and odors. I've checked it out. Leaves clothes with a clean scent. If you miss the detergent fragrance, you can use fabric softener or dryer sheets, which I don't do because I don't like to smell like a flower all the time. I have my cologne that I wear, and I don't like the floral scents or the whatever to go with that good cologne. Non-synthetic detergents, eliminating the need for rinse cycles. This saves electricity and water, protects from discoloration, oxidation of fabrics, maintains the elasticity of the fabric, provides the most spectacular bright whites without bleach, reduces scale rust and line buildup in the washing machine and pipes, and is compatible with any washing machine. So all you do, y'all, I have 2 of these. They come in 2s, but I haven't used these. These are new. I'm still using the ones from 2000, and they're still cleaning my clothes. This sweater had a stain right around the neck. It looked like where I had gone for an interview at one time, and they had put makeup to film, and had gotten that makeup on this. Well, I had it washed, and it didn't come out, so I just didn't wear it anymore. I love this sweater. Cotton, good cotton sweater. I put this in here, and now there's none of that. But all you do is take these balls, put them in your washing machine. And like I said, I use 2. You may just, 1 would be fine. It doesn't suggest 2. It's just, you get 2 for the price of 1, I guess. But I'm going to tell y'all, that's something that all of y'all will benefit from. Let me look here and see what y'all are saying. Grandma Teresa says she's friends with me on Facebook also. That's good. Y'all should get on Facebook, Just Me, Billie Jean, and look me up. If you do Facebook, that'd be an easy way to contact you. Dee says she's never seen the washing balls. Yes, they work. They work, Dee. Jojo, Billie Jean, much as I would love something from you, I have too much stuff. I need to downsize. I'd much rather have a recipe. Oh, I know where you're coming from. Yeah, I understand. I have got so much stuff. I don't think I'll ever be able to get rid of it all, but that's life. It made me happy buying it, and I don't have any kids to leave it to. And my nephew was killed that uh, would have had to deal with all this. So I understand where you're coming from. Okay, y'all. We have been on here 27 minutes. And what I'll do is I'll look through these, and I think probably one of you four, I'll pick out two, and then y'all can send me your address or however you want to do it or whatever. I'll let you know the next time we're on here. I guess Mother's in there directing, and tomorrow's Monday, and I hope that y'all have a great week, because and be blessed. And if you see somebody less fortunate than you, then bless them, because that's what makes us whole. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. I'll talk to you soon.